What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber died trying. You see the thumbnail. Derek Chauvin versus the Capitol Rioters. So the trial for Derek Chauvin, the cop that killed George Floyd, the jury selection is in process today. And a week and a half ago, they had a live discussion about the Capitol Rioters. So, could Derek Chauvin go to jail? Possibly. How much time could he get? It's up in the air with me that he'd probably get less time than the Capitol Rioter. And I don't think the Capitol Rioters are going to get much time. I think the trial is going to be live, going to be on the air. You know, they got the jurors that are going to be selected, you know, and I can see this playing out just like the Capitol Rioters. The Capitol Rioters are a group of people are going to say, that's not that bad. Derek Chauvin is a police officer, so what he did is going to be looked at under the paradigm of, it's not that bad. You know, could you get first-degree murder? No. Could you get, because it wasn't premeditated anyways. Second degree? Yeah. But how does that work normally with us? You know, Derek Chauvin might get as much time as the lady that shot the guy in his house, who's appealing basically now. So maybe what, a year, some change, 2 years tops. The Capitol Rioters, what are they going to get? I mean, are they going to find that the Capitol Rioter who hit the cop in the head with the fire extinguisher and killed him? That'll interest me. I mean, they could find Saddam Hussein in a hole, but they could find Osama bin Laden hidden out somewhere, but can they find this white person who hit a white cop in the head? In America, I don't know. And see, this is part of the problem with these two cases where you're going to publicly see how deep the shenanigans goes. Because you're going to have one group, you know, a bunch of rioters who basically get a slap on the wrist. You have a police officer who murdered a guy and his 3 accomplices that were cops who helped, you know, be lookouts for the murder, basically get slaps on the wrist. So whatever he get, they're going to get a whole lot less. And then, you know, Black Lives Matter, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, they're going to have to answer for all of this. Because, for one, Joe Biden's the president, you know, Kamala Harris the vice president, and Joe Biden was the crime bill. Kamala Harris, she was locking people up in San Francisco. Black Lives Matter came out with this Black Lives Matter, but it doesn't matter with Michael Brown's dad, you know, so how is it going to matter with George Floyd? It's going to be, and, you know, of course, the legal system, who we're going to just put the slap on the wrist for the American justice system, because it is what it is, because, oh, this is what we're accustomed to seeing. There's nothing to see here. It's nothing new. You got white people getting off for crimes that they shouldn't get off with. But, you know, they're white, so they got a different set of rules. And then you might even see this, the black Asian thing, when the Asian officer goes to trial, and even though now we're supposed to be anti-Asian, we're going to show the Asians will probably be so anti-black come this trial, it'll make your head spin. But, you know, this is what I think about Derek Chauvin versus the Capitol Rioters. You know, people will say, oh, well, what if, you know, and then people are going to come up, what if the rioters at the Capitol were black? Charged, got the book thrown at them, treason, so on and so forth. What if the cop that killed Derek Chauvin was black and the guy that he kneed on was white? Life, second-degree murder, just like the Muslim cop who shot the white woman in Minnesota. I don't know if it was Minneapolis. He's in jail right now. I think she was Australian. You know, but a life is a life nonetheless. I'm just using the white-black reference. Black, he was African, Muslim, but he wasn't, you know, ADOS. But that's how the law goes. And we're going to see how the law works in that same state when this happens, because he's not going to get the same sentence that the Muslim cop got. Just, I don't see it. I just don't see it. You know, look at the courtroom. Look at the judge. Look at the bailiff. Look at the lawyers. You know, prosecutors. You're going to see the prosecutors, you know, tank both cases. Well, I just, that's just how I look at it. I'm accepting America for what America has always been. You're going to see prosecutors not fight to prosecute Derek Chauvin. And you're going to see prosecutors not fight to lock up the Capitol rioters. They're just how I look at it. So ultimately, we're going to see more of the same old thing. But one of the biggest differences is, because these things are happening because of the pandemic, these things are actually live global court proceedings for the world to see. Yeah, you know, we are who they thought they were, and that's who they're going to continue to be. So I think this whole process is going to, you know, change America in such a vast way, because it'll be a way for the world to accept what America is as we do. You know, like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Peace.